Hi, it's Jen. Talking about cyclic vomiting syndrome, of course. Sorry if they're getting redundant, but just trying to share what I know. Um, she likes my blanket. My mommy got me this blanket. It's very soft. It's very warm. I keep it with me all the time. I don't know. I guess it's my affliction with animals. I like soft and warm fuzzy things, and it works good actually as a pillow. It's nice and soft. I can wrap it around my head. I keep the light out of my eyes. It's not as hard as a pillow, and it very much helps my headache. So thank you, Mommy, and Bella seems to like it too. Right now I want to talk about medical alert IDs. I was reading through a few groups last night, and I saw a big conversation about medical alert IDs. There are medical alert IDs that are like dog tags. There's bracelets, there's necklaces. There's a variety of different ones you can get now. They've changed quite a bit over the years. They can be very pretty. They can be very masculine. So you're not just stuck with the same old. I heard somebody bring up a tattoo. Sure, you've noticed as my arms fell around because I talk like I'm Italian, but I'm not. That I have tattoos, and I have them on my legs and on my back, and I've often thought of possibly getting like a medical alert tattoo. It's something I can't lose. You don't forget to put it on. It's something that's there all the time, but coming up with one that was something that they would see and pay attention to was I guess my affliction on why I haven't gotten one yet. And a gentleman posted, I'm sorry if you're watching this video, I cannot remember your name, but I do remember your story. And on his forearm, he had a very large piece. I'd say if you could see my forearm, this is kind of difficult on a computer, but I mean, I would say to me it looked about yay big. It covered a very big portion of his forearm. It had your typical ID, medical alert, blue center, it was very obvious, and it said cyclic vomiting syndrome. Well, when he goes to the hospital, he said they don't really miss it. And it was kind of a joke to everybody because, we kind of try and, get through the day. And it was, well, it can't be missed. I mean, when they're trying to put IVs in and they see this big, giant blue tattoo and then bam, the word vomiting, they don't miss that. I mean, because how often do you see somebody with the word vomiting written on them? I'm sure there's some hardcore metal bands. Lord knows people do some stranger things, but for him, it actually works. And it's so bizarre that, he believes that hopefully if they don't know what it is, that they'll look it up. Because somebody doesn't get something like that tattooed on them, usually without a reason. Especially when it's in your arm, you're handing them for your IVs. And because we have a lot of problem with dehydration, so they usually have to chase around a vein. Some people have to get it in their necks and so on and so forth. Have portacaths. Those are things I'm not too familiar with, but from what I've read, it's basically a catheter that's inserted all the time, and when you need fluids or anything, blood work, they can use that port that's already there. Because sometimes the veins just get very depleted. They move. They'll just, and there's nothing there for them to get. You know what I mean? So his thing is right there. For me, I know I like to be on my right side. I can't lay on my back or my belly. I have to be kind of curled up in a ball. And and that's usually the arm I hand them is my right arm. Well, luckily enough, I only have a very small wrist tattoo that says "Be Brave." It's for my mother, and the other side says "Love Life." And this arm, as you can see, is empty. This arm is in the process of getting a sleeve, so that arm wouldn't work. But right here, say if I was to use a gentleman's idea, that would be a perfect place for me to put that. Because like I said, sometimes you forget to put your bracelet on. You get in the shower, you get out of the shower, bam, you don't have it. If you don't wear your jewelry to bed, you wake up sick, bam, you don't have it on. It's a good way in case you're by yourself and you have to call 911. You know, it's just another form of, if you're incoherent or this, that, and the other thing, to that's something for them to see. You can get pretty much anything, from what I've heard, printed on them if you need to. Say, if you want to put your doctor's number, or, you know, some of your medications, or just what you have, you know, I mean, anything like that. Make sure, if you have CVS and another disease at the same, or can't call it a disease, I'm sorry, and another illness that medicines can coincide, put those on there, because they're going to need to know that. So I guess that's what I wanted to speak about today. I think they are a good idea. Not a lot of us have them. I think more of us should, just because you never know. I mean, CVS is a you don't know illness, so we don't know. It's not a downfall. It's not due to ignorance. It's just not known yet. So if you're going to get a tattoo for a medical alert bracelet or a medical alert symbol, make sure it's big where they're going to see it when they're trying to give you needles and so on and so forth. If it's on your leg, it might not get seen. If it's on your forearm, it's definitely going to get seen. If it's around your wrist, it might not get seen. It's kind of a tricky thing. I used to do tattoos for a while before I got really sick, and there's just certain places people are used to seeing ink and they don't pay any attention to. So if you're going to go that route, make sure it's someplace where they're going to be checking, someplace that they're going to see. And if you have a bracelet or a necklace, make sure you always have it on. Make sure it's something that you don't ever have to take off. I also heard in one of the conversations in the group, it was in the same thread about the bracelets and the tattoo and so on and so forth, and somebody popped up and said, you know, the dog tags are a little outdated. They really don't pay attention for them because they sell all kinds of novelty ones, so on and so forth. So for me, that would make me want to shy away, because that's what I have had, actually, was one that I could wear, but it might not have gotten noticed. So that's my input on medical alert IDs, and that's all I got for you. Like I said, that's something I picked up out of one of the groups, and if you join those groups, then you would see this information too. So have a good day.